Ever wondered how your favorite breakfast sandwich, the McMuffin, goes from raw ingredients to a perfectly wrapped delight in your hands? It's not just a guy flipping eggs in the back of your local McDonald's. There's an entire high-tech process behind it. From fluffy English muffins to farm-fresh eggs and sizzling sausage patties, let's take a behind-the-scenes look at how McMuffins are mass-produced in factories. The precision, the speed, and the secret techniques will blow your mind. Stay tuned, because what you're about to see might change how you look at your breakfast forever. 1. The secret behind the perfect English muffin. McDonald's English muffins are soft, fluffy, and slightly crispy, but they don't start that way. Inside the factory, a carefully controlled process ensures every muffin comes out just right. It all begins with giant industrial mixers that combine flour, water, yeast, and a few secret ingredients. These mixers handle hundreds of pounds of dough at once, making sure every batch has the same light and airy texture. But instead of baking them immediately, the dough goes through a proofing stage, a warm resting period that allows tiny air pockets to form. This step is the secret behind the muffin's fluffy interior. Once proofed, the dough is shaped into perfectly round muffins and sent through a massive tunnel oven. But here's the interesting part. McDonald's doesn't bake muffins like regular bread. Instead, they are griddled like pancakes, which gives them their signature crispy edges. After cooking, the muffins are split using a special machine instead of a knife. This creates the rough, uneven texture known as nooks and crannies, which help butter soak in perfectly. Finally, they are cooled and packed fresh, never frozen, before heading to McDonald's kitchens. Now that the muffin is ready, what about the eggs? How does McDonald's get them so round and perfect every single time? The answer might surprise you too. The egg cooking process. You won't believe McDonald's eggs look fresh, round, and perfectly cooked every time. But how do they get them so uniform and flawless? The process behind it is simple, yet incredibly precise. First, huge refrigerated trucks deliver thousands of eggs to the factory every day. These aren't powdered or pre-mixed. They're real, whole eggs, just like the ones you crack at home. But here's where things get interesting. Instead of cracking them by hand, a high-speed machine cracks dozens of eggs in seconds. It separates any broken shells to ensure only perfect eggs move forward. Now comes the cooking. The eggs slide onto a massive, flat-top griddle with custom-made metal rings. These rings lock the eggs into a perfect round shape, keeping them uniform for every McMuffin. But here's a surprising trick. Steam is added during cooking. A small splash of water creates steam that gently cooks the top of the egg, making it soft but fully set. In just a couple of minutes, the eggs are cooked to perfection, then quickly cooled to stay fresh. Finally, they are packed and sent to McDonald's kitchens, where they are reheated on site to maintain that just-cooked taste. 3. Sausage patties. From raw meat to sizzling perfection. McDonald's sausage patties have a signature taste, juicy, flavorful, and perfectly cooked. But how do they achieve the same flavor, size, and texture every single time? The process inside the factory is nothing short of amazing. It all starts with high-quality cuts of pork that arrive at the factory in large, chilled containers. These cuts are ground to the perfect consistency, not too fine, not too chunky, giving the patty its signature bite. Then comes the seasoning. A carefully measured blend of salt, pepper, sage, and other spices is mixed in to ensure the classic McDonald's sausage taste. Once seasoned, the meat moves to a high-speed forming machine that shapes thousands of perfectly round patties per hour. But here's something interesting. These patties are slightly larger than the final size because they shrink slightly when cooked. Now onto the cooking. The patties are placed on a giant industrial griddle that cooks both sides at once, just like a panini press. This ensures they are evenly browned and sealed with flavor in under a minute. After cooking, they are flash frozen to lock in freshness before being packed and shipped. 4. Cheese, the surprisingly precise science. It might just be a slice of cheese, but getting that perfect melt in a McMuffin is a carefully designed process. Have you ever noticed how McDonald's cheese melts just right? Soft, gooey, but not too runny? That's no accident. McDonald's uses a special blend of processed cheddar cheese made to melt at the perfect temperature. Factories receive huge blocks of cheese which are sliced with razor-sharp precision to ensure every piece is the exact same size and thickness. This guarantees consistent melting across every McMuffin. Now here's where the process gets interesting. The cheese is stacked and chilled to keep its shape during transport, but it's not fully set. This is key. The moment the warm sausage patty is placed on top of it at the restaurant, the cheese starts to soften just right. This is why McDonald's doesn't add cheese last. It needs direct contact with the hot patty to melt properly. The cheese slices are also formulated to stretch and hold together without turning oily or disappearing into the muffin. It's this balance that makes every bite rich, creamy, and satisfying. 5. Speed and precision, the McMuffin assembly line. Every morning, millions of McMuffins are made and served within minutes. But before they reach your hands, they go through an incredibly fast and precise assembly process. Inside McDonald's factories, machines and workers move in perfect sync to build each sandwich flawlessly. The process begins with the toasted English muffins moving down a conveyor belt in perfect rows. Next, a machine drops a slice of cheese onto the bottom half of each muffin at lightning speed. Immediately after, hot sausage patties are placed directly on top of the cheese, allowing the heat to start the melting process. Now comes the perfectly round egg, cooked and ready to go. Robotic arms or trained workers place each egg onto the sausage patty with pinpoint accuracy. Every single McMuffin must look and taste exactly the same. Finally, the top half of the muffin is added, and the sandwiches continue down the line toward the wrapping stage. A high-speed wrapping machine seals each McMuffin in its signature paper within seconds. Some sandwiches go directly to restaurants, while others are blast frozen for distribution. 6. The final step, from factory to your hands. The McMuffin is fully assembled, wrapped, and ready to go, but how does it stay fresh and delicious from the factory to your breakfast tray? The secret lies in precision freezing, smart packaging, and a well-planned delivery system. Once assembled, McMuffins meant for later use are sent through a blast freezer, a machine that rapidly drops the temperature to lock in freshness. This prevents ice crystals from forming, keeping the texture and flavor intact. The sandwiches are then carefully packed in temperature-controlled containers and sent to McDonald's locations worldwide. And that's the secret behind how McMuffins are made. From mixing the dough to assembling the perfect sandwich, every step is designed for speed, precision, and flavor. Which part surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more amazing behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.